Here are 20 foods the nutrition experts say you should not refrigerate. We shall take a look at the reasons these foods are better stored outside the refrigerator, along with some storage tips for each. Number 1 is tomatoes. Why it should not be refrigerated. Cold temperatures can break down the cell walls of tomatoes, leading to a mealy texture and loss of flavor. Storage tip. Store them at room temperature, stem side down, and away from direct sunlight to prolong freshness. Number 2, potatoes. Why it should not be refrigerated. Refrigeration converts their starches into sugars more quickly, resulting in a sweeter, grittier texture when cooked. Storage tip. Keep them in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place, such as a pantry or cellar. Avoid storing them near onions, as this can cause both to spoil faster. Number 3, onions. Why it should not be refrigerated. Onions can become moldy or mushy in the moist environment of a refrigerator. Storage tip. Store in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area. Keep them in a mesh bag or basket for air circulation. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more health insights and tips. Click the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Now we go to number 4, garlic. Why it should not be refrigerated. Cold temperatures can cause garlic to sprout and its texture to deteriorate. Storage tip. Store in a cool, dry place with good air circulation. Keep it in a basket or mesh bag to allow airflow. Number 5, bread. Why it should not be refrigerated. Refrigeration speeds up the staling process due to the recrystallization of starch molecules. Storage tip. Keep bread in a bread box or a cool, dry place. For longer storage, freeze it and thaw slices as needed. Number 6, honey. Why it should not be refrigerated. Cold temperatures can cause honey to crystallize, making it hard and grainy. Storage tip. Store honey at room temperature in a tightly sealed container to prevent moisture absorption. Number 7, coffee, beans, and ground. Why it should not be refrigerated. Coffee can absorb moisture and odors from the refrigerator, which can affect its flavor. Storage tip. Store in an airtight container in a cool, dark place. Avoid exposing it to light, heat, and moisture. Number 8, bananas. Why it should not be refrigerated. The cold can interfere with their ripening process and turn their skin black. Storage tip. Store at room temperature. To speed up ripening, place them in a brown paper bag. Once ripe, they can be refrigerated for a few days to extend freshness, but their skins will darken. Number 9, avocados. Why it should not be refrigerated. Unripe avocados won't ripen properly in the fridge. Storage tip. Keep avocados at room temperature until they ripen. Once ripe, they can be stored in the fridge to prevent over-ripening. Number 10, melons, whole. Why it should not be refrigerated. Whole melons stored at room temperature retain more antioxidants compared to when they are refrigerated. Storage tip. Store whole melons on the counter until they are cut. Once cut, store in the refrigerator in an airtight container. Number 11, basil. Why it should not be refrigerated. Basil wilts faster in the fridge and can absorb odors from other foods. Storage tip. Place basil in a glass of water like cut flowers and leave it on the counter. Change the water every few days to keep it fresh. Number 12, hot sauce. Why it should not be refrigerated. Most hot sauces contain vinegar and preservatives that keep them safe at room temperature. Storage tip. Store in a cool, dark place like a pantry. Refrigerate only if the label advises it. By following these storage tips, you can ensure that these foods maintain their optimal taste, texture, and nutritional value. Number 13, peaches and nectarines. Why it should not be refrigerated. Refrigeration can alter their texture, making them mealy and less juicy. Storage tip. Store at room temperature until they are ripe. Once ripe, you can refrigerate them for a few days to prolong freshness. Number 14, cucumbers. Why it should not be refrigerated. Cucumbers can become waterlogged and lose flavor in the refrigerator. Storage tip. Store cucumbers at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. If you must refrigerate, keep them in the crisper drawer for a short period. Number 15, pumpkins and winter squash. Why it should not be refrigerated. Cold temperatures can cause their texture to degrade and encourage mold growth. Storage tip. Store in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place. A pantry or cellar is ideal. Number 16, berries, short term. Why it should not be refrigerated. Berries can absorb moisture and spoil faster when stored in the refrigerator. Storage tip. Store at room temperature if you plan to eat them within a day or two. For longer storage, refrigerate them in a breathable container lined with paper towels. Number 17. Stone fruits. Plums, apricots. Why it should not be refrigerated. Like peaches and nectarines, refrigeration can affect their texture and flavor. Storage tip. Store at room temperature until they ripen. Once ripe, you can refrigerate them for a few days to extend their shelf life. Number 18. Eggplants. Why it should not be refrigerated. Refrigeration can cause eggplants to become soft and spongy. Storage tip. Store in a cool, dry place. If you need to refrigerate, use the crisper drawer and consume them within a few days. Number 19. Tropical fruits, mangoes, pineapples. Why it should not be refrigerated. Cold temperatures can cause chilling injuries, leading to browning and loss of flavor. Storage tip. Store at room temperature until they ripen. Once ripe, you can refrigerate them for a few days to keep them fresh. Number 20. Nuts and nut butters. Why it should not be refrigerated. Nuts can absorb moisture and develop off flavors in the refrigerator. Nut butters can become hard and difficult to spread. Storage tip. Store nuts in an airtight container in a cool, dark place. Nut butters can be kept in the pantry, ensuring the oil doesn't separate as quickly. By following these storage tips for these additional foods, you can help ensure they maintain their best quality and flavor. Bonus tip. Is cold water good for one's health? In this video, we dive into the benefits and potential downsides of drinking cold water and find out how temperature affects our body. The health benefits and potential downsides of drinking cold water can vary depending on individual circumstances and preferences. Here's a comprehensive look at the topic. Potential benefits of drinking cold water. Hydration. Like water at any temperature, cold water is effective for hydration, which is essential for overall health, including regulating body temperature, maintaining bodily functions, and preventing dehydration. Exercise performance. Drinking cold water can help lower your body temperature and maintain performance, especially during intense exercise. It can also help you stay hydrated and cool down more effectively. Metabolism. There is some evidence to suggest that drinking cold water might temporarily boost your metabolism. The body uses energy to heat the water to body temperature, which can slightly increase calorie burning. Cooling effect. In hot weather or after a workout, cold water can help you cool down and feel more refreshed quickly. Potential downsides of drinking. Cold water. Digestive issues. For some people, drinking cold water can cause digestive issues like cramping or discomfort. This is because cold water can constrict blood vessels and hinder digestion, making it harder for the body to break down food. Throat irritation. Cold water can potentially exacerbate throat irritation or sore throats, especially if you are already feeling unwell. Nasal mucus. Thickening. Some studies suggest that cold water might thicken nasal mucus, which can be uncomfortable for people with colds or respiratory issues. Triggering migraines. For some individuals, especially those prone to migraines, drinking cold water can potentially trigger headaches. General considerations. Personal preference. Many people simply prefer the taste of cold water and find it more refreshing, which can encourage increased water intake and better hydration. Cultural practices. In some cultures, drinking room temperature or warm water is more common and is believed to aid digestion and overall health. Specific conditions. Individuals with specific health conditions such as achalasia, a rare disorder of the esophagus, might be advised to avoid cold water to prevent exacerbating symptoms. Conclusion. Cold water can be beneficial for hydration, especially in certain circumstances like hot weather or during intense physical activity. However, it may not be suitable for everyone, particularly those with certain digestive issues, throat problems, or a propensity for migraines. Ultimately, the best choice is the one that keeps you hydrated and feels comfortable for your body. Listening to your own body's responses and consulting with a healthcare professional if you have specific concerns is always a good practice. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more health insights and tips. Click the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Leave a comment with your experiences or any questions you have. Share this video with anyone who needs to know the truth about cold water. Thank you for watching.